Hello, David Bradley from the box room here. I have been in the garage yet again. It's kind of warm in there. It's not a bad day compared to others here. But there's some smoke and other such things in the air. Not overly, but there's a haze over the general Toronto area and a lot of Ontario and other places due to wildfires that aren't here, but smoke happens. So, anyway, I've been in the garage. I came upon a box, and it was quite heavy. And I thought, oh, what could that be? And keep in mind, not everything that I have out there is necessarily Commodore related. And I think this is one of those times. I vaguely remember long ago going to a garage sale and saying, ooh, look, trains. And I think this fellow had grandchildren. This one, and the reason the box is heavy is a lot of them are engines, I think. This one is a via train called the Canadian. And it's still in operation, and it goes across the country. I think it's the one that has the dome cars, which are, I don't think they're any taller, but there's an extra layer up above where it's all glass and you can see it. Anyway, have I tested these? No. I'm just now taking them out of the box. And from what I remember, this is probably HO, which stands for half of O. So O would be quite a bit bigger. Yeah. Now, I must be careful. I don't want to hurt anything here. These are heavy. They are. So I reach into the box and what? Oh, it feels like an engine, maybe not as heavy. And what would it be? Oh, well, it's marked. It is marked parts, and it is a CP rail engine. So I guess things have been taken. Oh, something just fell off of it. Things have been taken off of it, and other things probably don't work. It looks like it's had a bit of a hard life. It does. Anyway, CP rail, once again, I think HO. This one is an engine. Oh yeah, I can see some of the plastic in the front is broken. And it has a number of 1412. Alright, so I'm going to put that back. And we'll dig into the box. Oh, this one does not have. Ooh. Oh. Well, this looks much the same as the last one, and it also says parts. It. Yeah. 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 Not much more to say about that. Let's dig in. This feels quite heavy. Oh. And it is different. It's a CN engine. I have taken pictures of engines a lot like this on the tracks. That's a whole other story. And it says parts. Yes. Well, I guess some of these may work. And some of them may not. Maybe they'll end up being just for display. Anyway, I am not that much into trains, but I do know some people that are. If I remember later, oh, it is warm. I'll tell you the story of my taking a picture of a train and how it all went and how it was magical. But there are some people in this world that no matter what you do, they want to tell you that you've done something wrong. They do. Anyway, there's more. What's in here? I don't know. We have another thing. I'm hoping I don't find tape on it, but I might. Oh, there is no tape. There is no parts notation. We have another CN. Now, if I knew more, which I don't, I would be able to tell you what model. I know it says 510 on it. That's probably the engine number. If I knew more, I could probably tell you what model it is. I don't. I guess the thing I'm going to have to do at some point is try and test some of these. There's one thing I'm noticing as I'm doing this. I brought an extra light up here because the light I had was not really lighting me well. But I'm finding that where it was in the trains, it's throwing a big shadow. So I just moved it. Oh, what's this? This does not feel like much of anything. Okay. That would definitely be parts. Looks like some sort of car that would be dragged behind, although it's missing most everything. Alright, let's reach inside and find, oh, more parts. Well, that's like a flatbed thing. It says Pennsylvania on it. And it seems to have some wheels, but not all the wheels. As you can probably see. So that too looks like parts. And what do we have here? Well, it's just Great Northern. And it looks like another flatbed, but it probably had something else on top of it. And it does seem to have all of its wheels. Anyway, I do more and more. I think this is somebody's a lot of stuff. Anyway. And I think I will pass it along to a fellow I know who knows trains and can and will enjoy tinkering on it. This looks like another, well, to me it looks like a box car without a box. Does it have its wheels? It seems to. But I think there should be something else on the top of that. And here is something that can be, or should be, used to be quite cherished in the world, and that is a good caboose. Chattanooga, of all things. From what I know, pretty much cabooses are a thing of the past. They used to be at the back of the train. People would be on there to keep an eye, but they said, oh, that's too expensive to have somebody looking at the train from the back to make sure that nothing's going wrong. Yes. Anyway, nothing like a good caboose. Now, if I dig in, I feel something else. Yeah, been there, done that. Another flat bed, flat deck thing. Seems to have its wheels. Says ATSF. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, another sort of flatbed. Maybe that's for bigger stuff. This also says AT and SF. Does it have its wheels? It does. Another accessory car that looks like it's mostly missing the accessories. I will dig. Okay, this feels pretty heavy. What could it be? It is. Oh. Wow, wait. Excuse me. That. Ooh. Other hand. That is a really heavy little engine. And I think it's the same size. It is. And what does it say? Excellent question. It has something on it. It's certainly metal. It's certainly heavy. And it either is made to look old or it's old. Industrial Transfer Station. Oh, Industrial Transfer Service. 31031. So maybe this would be, in terms of, oh, that's heavy for its size. Something that would shuttle cars and things around in the yard, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a trained with that. It's not big, but it is substantially heavy. Heavy, heavy. Like this might be even way more than a Commodore 64 power supply. It might. But does it work? I don't know. All right. This feels pretty light. So, oh, you may have seen this before. Parts. And it is CP rail. Parts. Not much. Ew, not much more to be said about that. That's a big D. Oh. Okay, now this. Aha. Pennsylvania. Ta-da! That's a big, long, impressive car. There is one thing. Everything underneath is gone. So I don't think that will see service anytime. But that could be something that somebody out there is looking for. They could piece it together, maybe, possibly. Anyway, as I said, I will pass things on to my training fellow. Oh, I wonder. Yeah, this could be a set of wheels for that. It seems to maybe kind of fit into the hole. I don't think it wants to stay there, though. Well, maybe it does. Anyway, more to explore. This is not heavy. It is not. Oh, it's like a tender. Canadian Pacific. It does seem to have its wheels. They look a little crusty and corroded. But, you know, that's what trains are. All right. Just a second. Maybe I'll grab a couple. Oh, there is something. There is something substantial. Or maybe I'm... Oh. Okay. Here, it would seem, is another cherished caboose. P&O, it is. It seems to have its wheels. And yes, it still boggles me how a good caboose could not be cherished. I'll turn it around. It looks much the same. And here is a Pennsylvania dining car. That is long. It does have its wheels, and it may even be functional. It seems to have the little clips on the end. Imagine. Oh, let's see. There was something heavy. Oh, that's pretty heavy. Why do I sense I'm going to find more parts? Oh, no. Ooh. This one says on the side, U.S. Army. And is substantially heavy, as engines are, because they actually have, you know, little motors and stuff in them, rather than just things to drag along. And does it have its wheels? Yeah, it seems to have its wheels. So who knows? Maybe that will work. U.S. Army. Alright, I'll set that one carefully there. And there's something in here. I don't... Oh, that is heavy. Okay. think it might be a transformer. Maybe that's why the box is also heavy. Here we have something. You may have seen something like it before, but yet it is also different. It says parts. It says chassis system. And I don't know all there is, but it does. I think something's missing on the front. Anyway, and something is shaking around inside. All right, I don't want to break anything. Okay, I'll take stuff off the top here. This is another CN train, a freight train. And it does not say parts. Does it work? I don't know. We'll find out. It's funny, I'm not a train sort of person. I never realized, though, that of course, you have the tracks and there's electricity. So on the engine, I'm not sure if you can see that, but some of the wheels look shiny and the other ones don't. Well, what it is the wheels on the front look shiny on this side. The wheels on the back look shiny on that side, and that would be what we call a hopefully successful electrical connection. All right, what is this? It is paper. All right, this, I think, is another engine. Ah, and there is no sign that says parts, so who knows, maybe it works. It's a CP rail. It looks big and pretty complete and somewhat majestic. It even has the little rails along the side. All right, I'm running out of space, and I really don't want to cause an avalanche. Let's see. This too feels like an engine. Oh, it feels like something shaky. It's an Amtrak, and it looks pretty good. Considering all things, it's pretty good. And it doesn't say parts, so I wonder if I have to go and see about finding some track and giving these a whirl, or turning them over to my train friends and seeing what they can find. All right, we're almost done. This feels different. It feels kind of like it's stuck. Mind you, I didn't turn the wheels on the other engines. This looks like an old steam engine. It does. Now, does it have any chance of working? I don't know. I'm gonna, show you the other side of him. There he is, majestic as can be. I'm going to pick up, hopefully without causing trouble, this thing. Nope. The wheels on this heavy guy also really don't want to turn. I haven't tried turning the wheels on anything, so maybe it is premature to be worried. Play art? I don't know. Interesting little guy. All right, I think I'm getting to almost the point where a disaster is imminent. But the box is almost empty. Oh. Let's grab some light things. This looks like a flat card, and it actually looks like it maybe have, well, no, it doesn't have a thing to hook onto in the back. It does in the front, but it doesn't look like there's anything missing. There are cars like this that they put things on and strap them to. This probably, maybe, goes with the little engine that could, or not. Hang on. Well, maybe the thing on the back is broken off to hook it to. Anyway, this says Canadian Pacific, and it does look some vintage. And this is a little tender guy, plastic, pretty light. It says Canadian National. Who knows? I will line these up or pile them up. Another flatbed, but it does look like something's missing off of it. Although it does seem to have effective wheels and the little capture things. But I just think that's supposed to have something else. I think so. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I betcha. No, but here's another. It's a Pullman, Pennsylvania car. And it has no wheels. It does not. No wheels. Maybe something else here could be used to give them wheels. Alright, here is another engine. Oh, and it says parts. Anyway, it's a GO train. And GO in Ontario is, well, it's funny, I never knew this for a long time, but GO stands for Government of Ontario. And they run commuter trains, mostly around Toronto, Southern Ontario, maybe other places, I don't know. Anyway, it too is parts. But aren't we all parts? Alright. Oh, we're almost there. Okay, here's a flatbeddy thing that seems complete. It has wheels. Oh, it says something on the bottom. It says Hornby Dublo, made in England. Other hand. So I think that would be a car like that they would have loaded. I don't know, maybe in the military they would have loaded a tank in there, but maybe a truck. I don't know. Anyway, probably something heavy that by itself isn't really, really big, but that, there, let's see if we can get that lit up there. That is heavy, but not necessarily as big as and tall as it could be. All right, and then of course another Cherish caboose. CN, Canadian National. Also CNR, CN Rail. All right, now here, oh boy, here is what really, I mean, the engines are heavy. This is a beast. This is, just a moment. It does look like it's seen a lot of life. It does. I'm running over the cord. This is, oh boy, that's heavy. A Power Master. Variable transformer unit. Produced by automatic thermal cutouts. 0 to 12 DC. There's off, forward, and reverse. Off. Oh, yes. And it does look like there are, you could, well, I think, there's various switches here that say circuit selectors. So that to me implies that maybe you could have different sections of track doing things, although there are only 2 wires attached to boost button. Depress for full volts. Maybe that's extra speed. It also seems to be held together a little bit by some duct tape. Anyway, I will be careful before I do anything with that. So, as I have much to do with Commodore things, I don't think I can really go at all of these. I think they're HO. Pretty sure they're HO. But I think I might. Oh, one of the things that says parts has fallen off. Where? No. So I figure. Cheers. I figure it's possible I could attempt to see if any of these work. But as I said, I don't have tons and tons of time, so chances are, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to check out this little blue one. Here it is. That looks pretty fantastic. Even better when I hold it in my left hand. Pretty fantastic. Boy, it is heavy. I would love to think that it works. But we'll find out. Perhaps. Not today, of course. Not today. Anyway, I really do need to have a little water. Squish the bottle. And once I have stopped recording, I suspect I will put the trains back in the box, and I will contact my train guy, see if he happens to have an HO, just even a loop set up that I could give these a try. We'll see. If you don't ask, the answer is no. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. I will go through more things, and yes, soon. I hope to be able to get another pet out of the garage and into the pet room. Anyway, one day at a time, one box at a time, one obstacle at a time. Thanks so much for being here. Bye for now.